Welcome to Lady Overlander Radio, where tonight we're chatting with Wild Mavens. Cocktail or tea and get ready. It's Ladies' Night on Lady Overlander Radio. Lady Overlander Radio is brought to you by Artemis Overland Hardware and the Moore Expo. Come see us at the Moore Expo April 8th through 10th, 2022. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Arla. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
How you doing tonight, girl?
I'm doing. How are you doing?
It's been a long week. We've been moving, so, dealing with all of that fun stuff and
No
a
bueno.
little exhausted. So.
No bueno. No. That's not cool.
But
That'll
I'm
be nice.
excited about our guests tonight, Lisa Addington and Katie Abraham, also known as Wild Mavens. Welcome, ladies.
Thank
Hello.
you. Hello.
How's your week been so far?
It's Thursday evening.
Almost Friday.
Thank goodness. It's been a busy week, but productive, so that's good.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah, for sure. So,
Yes.
Katie, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? A little bit of your background.
Yeah. Well, I've always been an outdoor enthusiast, started as an equestrian. That's kind of where my heart really lies when it comes to exploring and being in nature. But I've been wheeling now heavily for about 6 years in the Midwest. But started with my dad when I was a kid in Land Rovers, and it was more so just like state parks, checking out some gravel roads and things like that, but definitely car people at heart. So now looking at the Rebelle Rally, obviously, and I have kind of tried to start getting into the off-road industry full-time, contracting with the Overland Essentials as their director of marketing when I have time, and then work a full-time job at a local Kansas City marketing agency that's taken up a little bit more of my time here lately with a promotion. So that was really exciting, but trying to fit it all in and get as much time on the trails as possible.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show. And
Thank
Lisa,
you.
why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Lisa Addington. I've been into wheeling about 4 years. My husband got a Jeep 5 years ago when he retired after being in the fire service for 33 years and thought we'd go play. And I got the itch and got my own.
Nice.
So I'm one of the board members in Midwest Crawlers here in Kansas City. I've been in education this is year 22. I do behavior for upper elementary age kids, and I've got one more year till I retire.
Ooh.
Not sure what I'm going to do after that. Party ready.
Awesome.
Oh, please.
Retirement is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. We've got 2 kids. They're both married, working. One of them works with Katie and her company.
Yes.
Lori loves
cool.
it. And yeah, I just like to wheel as much as possible. I've always been a competitive person, not so much an outdoor person. So I'm getting there, but I love it. I'd rather be in the garage than in the kitchen any day.
Very nice.
Working on whatever. And yeah.
Well, welcome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So how did Wild Mavens come about? How did you guys decide we're going to enter into the Rebelle Rally and do this here?
Go
Katie?
for it, Katie.
Yep, that's a fun story. It's really kind of random. But we'd followed the Rebelle Rally a little bit, my boyfriend and I, James. And we were watching some YouTube videos one day, just kind of putz around on a Saturday. And I came downstairs and he said, you should do this. And I kind of sat there and I was like, oh, haha, you're funny. But then I thought a little bit more about it and I was like, actually, like we should do that. That sounds really fun. So looked up the rule book, looked up the cost and all that stuff, and just kind of within a couple of minutes was just like, all right, well, I'm doing this.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's where it all started. And I tell James he likes to take credit, but it really was all because he, believed that I could do it. So Lisa comes into this because we'd already wheeled together for years. So I put out a couple of feeler posts on Facebook trying to say, like, where's my lady wheelers at? See who was out there that would be interested or that I thought would be interested, because I didn't say anything about it right off the gate. I just kind of, asked where, scared the crap out of me. It's more.
We were there a few months ago. Oh, Lord have mercy.
I do that a lot.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was scary.
And so Lisa responded, and at first I don't know why it didn't just click, and I made another post. I think it was in Midwest Crawlers that I made the post out, and then Lisa responded, and I was like, oh shit, Lisa would be great, because I know she's competitive, she would want to do it. And kind of one of the biggest factors is, can you spend 10 days together in the desert in a high stress environment together and not kill each other?
Yeah,
That's it.
that's kind of important.
So can you
Yeah.
take your no-kill pills that are prescribed to you with you?
Yes.
That's important.
But a big piece really is I am also competitive, and I know that wheeling wise, like, we have the skill for it. And I was like, I need a partner that wants to go to win. I don't obviously my main goal is just to finish,
Yeah,
but
right.
if we're gonna spend, almost $20,000 to do this, I want to go and try to win. So that's where it all happened. Scared the crap out of Lisa because I was like, I need to talk to you.
And I'm like, okay.
Oh God.
What?
Why do you need to talk to me?
What?
Joey, the professor, wants to know where the Rebelle Rally is held.
Nevada and California, and maybe a little bit down in Arizona. We're not sure yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll release it for this year in a couple of months. I think about six-ish months out. So we're coming up on that window, but it usually rotates in that Southern California area, Utah as well, so that you're hitting every type of terrain.
Right.
And there's also plenty of, wide open space and trail out there. So it's
Mhm.
probably a
Yeah.
great area to select a route from. So I think that's supposed to be in like October.
Yes.
October 6th
Yeah.
to the 15th.
And I saw on their website, it's pretty competitive. I think they already have a waiting list and everything else to even enter.
Yes.
And I think if you
Yeah.
enter and you're put on that, you're like first in line for the next year. But
Mhm.
that seems like
We,
it's becoming very popular.
Yeah. They opened registration on Sunday. We signed up on Tuesday. And I think by the following Monday, they had a wait list.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's the first year since the rally was founded that they sold out in under 30 days.
Oh, goodness.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that it's gaining popularity. That's really cool.
Yes.
Yeah. It's getting
So-
huge.
What's this Joey saying? So it's in a different,
Yeah, different location every year, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, same general area, but they change the route every year. So it's different everything. But I think they try to end it in the same place every year.
At Glamis.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a gala and award ceremony and all kinds of stuff. And that's where your family actually gets to come in, because for the whole rally, you don't have any contact with anyone outside of the rally and your partner.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
You have
So
no
no
cell
chase track.
service, no
Nobody can tip you off
GPS,
on
nothing.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no
Your-
internet connection whatsoever.
Your
Now, are you
phone-
allowed to carry a Garmin for like an emergency or no?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
They
give us
give you
one.
one.
That's good. Okay. Got to be safe.
Mhm.
So,
Wow.
It's
tell
so
me
they
about
can
your
track
rig.
us and go
What's
ahead,
that?
Kate. It's for them to track us and know where
Okay.
we are and for us to do our check-ins.
Nice. Yeah,
Mhm.
that gives you a little bit of peace of mind, I'm sure, though.
Makes sense.
Just
Yeah.
knowing somebody's got their eye on you out there.
And they do at
Mhm.
all times.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So tell
Yes.
me about your rig you guys are going to be driving.
Yeah. So this year, since I stemmed this thing, we're gonna be taking my 2005 Toyota 4Runner. It's actually my yes. It is we're a big Toyota family, so that's all we
Same.
have now. Actually, we just got rid of our Lexus for a Tundra.
Arla, Jeep Wave,
Nice.
Arla, Jeep Wave, Arla.
Um, so
Missy's got a Jeep too.
Shh, my husband does.
Awesome.
Sorry, Katie, go ahead.
got this. Oh, you're good. You are good. I am still coming off of some pain medication, so I'm
Oh.
still a little like, woo.
This will be a fun chat tonight.
Here
I'm
we go.
not quite as talkative because I'm like trying to make sure I don't just completely go off into a weird wherever place. Who knows where I'll end up? So
We'll bring you back. We'll bring you back in. Oh,
good.
Love it. Love it.
But got this runner back in, I think it was 2017, and we've been building it out from then. So that's the nice thing, is that for the most part, I prefer to build my vehicles from the technical side up. So that also kind of sucked though, because some of the stuff we had left to put on it was very expensive. Like bumpers for Toyotas are just astronomical.
very expensive.
But that also means that, it's got brand new gears, front and rear air lockers. It has new upper and lower control arms, front and rear, upgraded shocks and springs, which we just got a new set of shocks and springs from Toy Tech. Shout out Toy Tech for supporting us. And then in terms of, engine and transmission, all of that, I had to get a new transfer case actuator. So, but that also means that all of that is good because over the years, it's been through its paces. So now the only thing we have left more so is just some extra niceties that I'd like to have for our first year going into this. So Red Arc is one of our premier sponsors, and they're supporting us with a full dual battery solar setup. That's still getting installed, so all the stuff is back here behind me. Otherwise, it's a great rig, super comfortable, which I love about it, and I've also driven the stuffings out of it before I decided to make it an overlanding vehicle. I know that Lisa will enjoy driving it too when we flip flop between driver navigator to split the time. So
Nice. So do you guys plan on putting like a tent on the top, a tent on the ground, or like sleeping in the back? What's your plan? How's the sleeping arrangements going to be?
So no tent on top. We'll do ground tents, mainly because the vehicle gets impounded every night.
Okay.
So you have to check it in by a certain time, and then you're not allowed to touch it again until the morning, obviously impounded. So you'll have ground tents that you pack with you through the whole route.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, and shout out to Gazelle Tents, sponsor.
Oh,
I was going to say, is it going to be a Gazelle so you can be like super fast about it? Okay.
Very
Yes.
nice.
I will never use another ground tent ever again.
I know you love them.
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. After I got stuck in 2 different storms, and I was able to pack up my whole camp in about 12 minutes, and everyone else with their whole setup was still packing up and got stuck in this really bad storm. I was just like, cool. but I'm also a very minimal camper.
Yeah.
I'm more of a jet boil and dried meals unless it's going to be like a week or more. Because it's a lot. It's a lot to do. I'm
So
like,
you
I'll
pack
be
like a
fine.
backpacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smart. Lightweight.
Wow.
Very
Less
cool.
stressful, you know. I can always just bring stuff and be like, hey, can I use your fire? Or really bring a cast iron skillet and whatever you want to eat. And that's really the way I go to. Just one skillet usually does it all.
Oh yeah,
Can't go
we love our
wrong.
cast iron.
Can't go
Mhm.
Go
wrong.
anywhere without it. Love it.
Yeah.
So tell me how you guys have been preparing for the Rebelle Rally. Like, how have you guys been meeting up and doing any navigation? How've you been getting ready for that?
You take that one, Lisa?
Yeah. We haven't, I mean, we read each other pretty well as
Mhm.
far as like when we're out wheeling. Our communication is good, so we're not really worried about that.
Okay.
I've been watching a crap ton of videos, learning about how to plot, navigate, read my longitude, latitude lines, all this because all that is playing in for the navigation. I'm currently working on building a road book map myself for, that's one of the things they suggest you do is go in and build your own road book. So then you can plan and plot and practice and then give it to your other person so they can drive it and see how your navigation skills are with your road book and vice versa. So I've been working on that and just watching videos from Rebelle because they give us a lot of information to learn from.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mhm.
So
Joey's got another question. How much time do you have from the time you get to the route till the start of the race to prepare?
About an hour.
yeah,
So you get the route every morning.
about
They give
5:30.
Yep. And then you get about an hour or so to plot, plan your course, and then you have to be ready to line up and get out onto the track.
And go.
But there's 3 different routes basically that are spaced out between 3 different groups. And so they space you out when they send you. So that way you can't follow anybody, but then also everybody has different checkpoints they're going to be reaching. So they really throw pretty much any challenge they can your way to make it as difficult as possible. Also because some of the checkpoints, there's also 3 different categories of checkpoints to where greens, there's like a flutter flag, blue, there's a stick in the ground, and then black, there's nothing there. So you just have to know where you are when you hit your checkpoint tracker. But then it's layered in with obstacles.
Mhm.
So your
And
black
open and closing
obstacle.
times.
Yes. So your black obstacle might be also at the top of a rock cliff that you can walk up it if you really want to, but that's not going to give you enough time to catch everything. And then, like Lisa said, every checkpoint has an opening and closing time. So you can't just speed through since this isn't a speed race. It's really all about hitting the checkpoints within those right time frames and completing the course in the right amount of time. So more classic rally style.
And you don't always have to get every checkpoint given to you either. You can choose depending on how your points are running and how many points you want to earn or get that day and the difficulty. You know, if it's too hard, it can take away points. And then, that's something you have to decide on as a team of what checkpoints are important to you for that day.
Okay, so you can choose you can choose between 2 route options or something like that. Is that what you're saying?
You can choose the blacks or not.
Okay.
The greens are a have to, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yep.
So
But
just kind of,
there's
go
a
ahead.
caveat to that because the ladies who win get every single one.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
And there's like sub ones. So checkpoint 15, there's a 15A. So they give you the coordinates for these checkpoints, but then the next one, it might just be waypoints from that checkpoint to the next one. And that one can be an additional 3 points. So you can choose to do 15, or you can do 15A and get an additional 3 points. So that's where you start getting into that really competitive realm where the people who win don't do 15, they do 15A. So it's a lot of pieces. And that's why we'll flip flop some too. So that way, we can split the time between pressure of having to navigate and driving.
Right.
Because both will have their fun.
So
fun things.
Yeah.
Are you all have you started like doing like some practicing, I guess, so Lisa gets comfortable with your rig, since you obviously know everything about your rig? Then Lisa drives the Jeep every day, so obviously it's gonna be different. You guys already started that process of going out wheeling and she's driving and already doing that?
So I haven't had her drive much yet, but last year we focused more on like the spotting with no electronics, getting used to the vehicle. Luckily, though, we've wheeled together enough with the 4Runner that she kind of has seen a lot of the lines that I take, because it is independent suspension versus the solid axle, which definitely plays a role into things. But luckily with the Rebelle, it's definitely not like a rock crawling competition, so it's not going to be anything insane. So the way the 4Runner's set up, as long as you pick lines, which that's something that Lisa's really good at, is picking a solid line on an obstacle. She's going to be totally fine. So we're really going to focus our training this year, because we gave ourselves 2 years to prep for this. This is going to be our main focus, whereas last year was more so, all right, let's make our list of all the stuff that we need. Let's get all of our sponsors, and get everything squared away, which we're in such a good place with things and sponsors and cash to pay for it. That's a huge relief, because I know some teams are not as lucky to have contacts like we do, which has been a huge game changer for me, because I've focused most of my time on gathering sponsors, and it's really just been from people like you guys and people I've met through wheeling.
That's great.
very cool. So tell me a little bit about what navigational tools you guys plan to bring. You showed me a little bit of your pack earlier. Why don't you show the audience some of the fun stuff you get to play with while you're out there?
Okay. Well, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say this is going to be Lisa's pack, but she has some of her stuff too. So rulers, all the things, calculators, compasses, all that. And then Lisa has the rest over there with her.
Got my plotter.
Nice.
Let's see. Of course, I have my compass.
With the mirror.
Yeah.
Signal mirror in case you
Not
need
to
it.
be
Like I said.
compact. It's for
For
your.
Cozy and me.
And make
Is it
sure
for
my
your
hair
lip?
looks good.
Is that for your lip gloss?
Oh yeah, there you
make
go.
sure my hair looks
Gotta have
good.
lip gloss.
Right. Yeah. Clipboards and pens, like she said, rulers.
All
Just
kinds of stuff.
All the things.
Oh my gosh, everything that we need. Yeah.
And there's a whole list of items that are required by Rebelle. So one thing that we just started on is getting everything completely pulled out of the 4Runner, splayed out. Every nook and cranny out of that thing will be cleaned out, and finding the places where everything's going to go so that it's most optimal, and then running with that this whole year, so that as we're training, we have that natural reflex to know where everything is. Where's our emergency toolkit for the quick fixes and the ratchet straps that we're going to need when something breaks to limp back to the mechanics and
Right.
things like that.
That was
Yeah.
the question I had. What happens if you have a mechanical breakdown? Are you on your own and you have to fix it yourself and all of the things?
The best as we can.
Yep. If you use a mechanic during the day, while you're still on course, you get points deducted. So we have put together a basic, emergency kit. There's like some specific type of wire, heavy duty duct tape, ratchet straps, heavy duty bungee cords, fluids.
Duct tape is important. Yes.
Yep. Yes.
Very
It's amazing what you can do with duct tape if you break an upper control arm,
There
just
you go.
Right.
freaking, you put enough duct tape on that thing and it's not moving.
Right.
So,
That's right.
and then 2 full-size spare tires. So,
Extra fuel, water.
yep. Extra fuel, extra water. You're only allowed to carry a certain amount of extra fuel because they want everyone to have an even playing field in terms of consuming the same amount of everything in that standpoint. That's not a rule that I've super read up on because I know that we have a large enough gas tank and miles per gallon currently that will be fine. So,
Well, and there's going to be electric vehicles as well. So they have to keep it within their limitations to
Okay.
make it a fair playing field for everyone. And I
Yeah, that makes sense
think
because you're going to be
they,
having all different kinds.
right. Because I think their range is like 350 miles.
Yeah.
For for electric vehicles. So they have to keep it within that. As far as our fuel versus their electric.
Do you guys plan on calculating out your payload and doing a whole inventory sheet of everything that you're bringing? That kind of
Yep.
nice.
For the major stuff, one of the biggest things that I still have not done is I haven't been able to go weigh the entire vehicle, load it up, obviously, because it's not there on a CAT scale, which is what I would like to do right around the More Expo timeframe, because hopefully we've got Goose Gear coming in at the last minute, as well as Dometic coming through for us with some last minute items that are going to be nice to haves while we're out there. So some of those key weight pieces we just don't have yet. And hopefully we'll get those in and have them in place for more. We're going to be coming down to the crunch time to be ready to be a show vehicle there to help support our sponsors that are supporting us.
Right.
Arla and I will be in the storyteller area at More, and we're excited about that as well.
Yes,
So,
yeah, I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun.
Definitely. I need to definitely hit up the booze area this year because it's on a whole different level. The first year that More happened, Chris and I, he was so excited to be close to being done that we went over and he was like, no one will drink with me. And that year I was just there helping with Kansas Rocks because I'm on the board for their park as well. And they didn't need me anymore. So I was like, well, I don't have anything to do. He was like, well, let's go drink.
No.
So
That's my arm.
Yeah.
All the way.
Chris and I, it's like 2 p.m. getting tossed on shots. And that's how I remember my first More Expo. And since then, toned it back a little bit. I remember playing bags with, who was it? Oh, it was Levi's daughter with Overland Essentials.
Oh, yeah.
And I was, oh man, it was a mess. It was a good first year, but not going to replicate that, but definitely ready to have some bougie drinks this
Gonna
year.
rein it in a little bit, but still have a good time.
You
Yeah,
know,
there you go.
I also
bigger
can't
and better.
drink like that. It's
Yeah.
amazing how much hangovers change in the course of 3 years. You
Yes.
know, I already had bad hangovers back then, but now I'm like, God, it just keeps getting worse every year.
As you get older, it's no
worse and
bueno.
worse. Yeah,
Right.
no.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Marla,
No me gusta.
girlfriend, you and I are.
You just don't heal up like you're supposed to.
No. And you
Right.
feel it
Well,
for days. It's just,
We'll see
yeah.
we'll see how we feel after Chicks in the Sticks this year, Lisa.
I'm ready.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, do tell what that is.
I'm
What's
ready.
Chicks in the Sticks?
You can tell them about it.
Yeah. Chicks and Sticks is put on by Midwest Jeep Thing. It's down at S'more in what, May? Yeah. Is it
I
May?
think so.
Yeah. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event. It's for women for wheeling. They have, let's see, they get different levels of skill that you can do, like blues and greens, or ones and twos, or threes and fours. You can go do the hard stuff. They can have what?
Oh, we're laughing at
Tequila
Connie's
shots.
comment.
Oh, we will have tequila shots.
Tequila.
Right, right.
Oh,
They do a lot of raffles, and they have vendors come in and set up. They have food trucks to feed us all weekend.
heck yeah.
It's just
Mhm.
we went
Food
down
trucks?
last year for the first time.
Oh,
It was
awesome.
a lot of fun.
You gotta go.
It was a
It's
lot
a
of fun.
blast.
Yeah.
And all of the proceeds from the event go to the Jesse Combs Foundation,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is a really cool thing. And last year, I was the singular non-Jeep vehicle.
Nice.
Everybody's like, oh,
Really?
you're the one in the Toyota.
Oh, we know who she is already.
Everyone knew who I was because I was the singular non-Jeep vehicle, and I got stuck on the main loop at S'more.
Oh, it was so funny.
I was being stupid and got high centered on a rock, and everyone drove past me, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
And she's like, ah.
Well,
Yeah,
new girl.
after we just got done doing like fours and like hard ass trails, and I'm like, I'm gonna go stuck on this rock that's tiny.
Oh,
That gray mud sucked her right in.
oh, gross, man.
Where is S'more?
Yeah, so April Upton's saying, new girl, where is S'more? So she's asking where S'more is. You've been there tons of times. Tell her.
S'more is about 30 miles east of Springfield, Missouri, and outside of the little town of Seymour.
Seymour.
Yes, Seymour.
Mhm.
And it is what, about 1,000-acre park? How many?
Probably.
Yeah.
There's
It's
Jeep
an
Badge of Honor
excellent
trails
park.
there. If
Two
you're a
of 'em.
Jeeper.
2 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guardrail and Pee Wee.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic park. Brandon takes great care of it.
Yeah, it is. They
It's
got nice
really
shower
nice.
houses.
Nice
and
shower
bathrooms.
houses. Yep, they
Nice.
got a cafe on site. There's all kinds of camping and every level of hookup or primitive.
Yeah.
And trails are
Yep.
marked really well, and he takes good care of them. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
guys
a
planning
great
on
place.
doing the S'more route or routes?
I
You're
don't
still debating on
know.
that?
Not.
I don't. We haven't really talked about it yet.
We haven't. It would be good to do with the road rally practice.
Yeah. Maybe we could do it in your Jeep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
So
do.
maybe we could do that. And I need to talk to Chris about like if it's just like you do it each day and different people can compete each day, or if we have to compete every single day, mostly just because that's probably going to be the deciding factor is we each have commitments to be at different booths, including our own while we're there. And so, it's hard to, do that and then work a booth and meet people and stuff. But would love to do it too. So we'll see. Maybe.
So much to do, so little time.
Right.
It's packed with all these things to do, and it gets bigger every year. So
I
There's a
just
lot of cool stuff
realized
going on there.
I just realized that today is March 3rd, which means we're like just a little over a month away.
yes.
Uh-huh.
And we still have to get the vehicle wrapped. We got a wrap sponsor from here locally in Kansas City, the Wrap Factory.
Nice.
They do Tech Nine's buses.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, all it was from a friend who were ambassadors for Lady Owned Toyota together, and she knew him somehow. And our wrap sponsor backed out, and she was like, "Yes, Lady Owned Toyotas." She was like, "I know this guy," and I talked to him on the phone for like literally 3 minutes, and he was like, "I'm in, let's do it." And I was like,
Sweet.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's really
"Thank
cool.
you."
Yeah.
So we just have to cover the cost of the materials, and then he's going to design it, install it, print it, all that.
That's awesome.
So
Very
I can't wait to see it.
huge relief. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I don't want to say what the design is themed around because it's going to be really, really cool. I still have to talk to Lisa about it more. Oh no, I talked to you about it.
Yeah.
I can't keep it straight.
It's pain meds, I swear.
Entertainment.
It's going to be dedicated to some of our military family members. So it'll have a military,
love it.
Love it.
military
Love it.
theme.
Yeah.
So
Very cool. We're going to take a quick break and actually hear from More Expo, which is one of our sponsors. Love that music.
I do too. I'm
So
so
So excited for that.
Over here.
I haven't seen that ad before. I really like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A good one.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
so
like it.
cool to see how far Chris has come. I just shared one of his posts on LinkedIn, just thinking about it, just this idea that he had. And he's such a nice, just chill guy. And he's like, you know what? I think I'm going to make an expo. And now here we are. So
Yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's
very
such a
down
nice
to
guy.
earth and
Yeah.
awesome.
He has been good to us. He actually helped us get our biggest, well, not our biggest, but probably one of our biggest name sponsors. He helped us get Method Race Wheels,
Oh, nice.
which is really difficult. And having him as a connection helped get us a leg up so that we were able to get them. So we're going to be rocking a new set of their 17-inch 705 wheels that have a new bead technology to them so that it locks your tire onto the wheel a little bit better without it being a bead lock. So it's still DOT safe for overlanding, but it'll let us take our tire pressure down a bit more, which will be good for the sand dunes.
Yes.
That's
Very
awesome.
cool. Yeah, you definitely don't want to get stuck in the sand dunes. For sure.
No.
No.
We'll be
I'm
using
gonna
our
try
traction
really
boards.
hard.
No.
Yeah.
So our last question was from April Upton, and she says, "New girl." So I wanted to say thank you so much for watching the show and welcome. And if you have any additional questions, please go ahead and drop them down in the chat and we'll answer them for you. So my next question is for Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the biggest obstacle you've had to overcome, whether it be an actual obstacle or like a personal obstacle that you've had to overcome while wheeling?
Wow. I would say personal because my husband always tells me the Jeep can do more than you think you can.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Everybody's like, "Oh, can you?" I'll try it. I really don't have a fear and sometimes it's a little sketchy.
Mhm.
She does not.
Nope, it's fantastic.
I just do it, and it's like, if I don't, I'll back up and try again.
You're like, let's see what happens. Yeah,
Yeah, because why
mean,
not?
what could happen?
Yeah, I knock on wood. I haven't broke anything. I've been able to drive my vehicle home every time, and because I don't trailer, it's my daily.
Yeah. Well, we
So-
were up until 3 days ago, we were overlanding full time as a family, and
Oh,
so I
nice.
have my Land Cruiser that's
Mhm.
stock. It's not lifted or anything.
Right.
And we did the Kentucky Adventure Tour, and the first day on it, I was
Yeah.
a nervous wreck
Yeah.
because I was like, I didn't know my vehicle well enough because I'm kind of new to wheeling still,
Mhm.
off-roading. And I just had to get that confidence and trust my vehicle. And once I started trusting the vehicle a little more and trusting myself,
Right.
I
Right.
overcame a lot of my own trepidation about it and
Yeah.
had a good time finally,
Yeah.
But I was so nervous I was going to break something major and really do a number on it. And I think I messed up my exhaust a little bit, and that was like a $200, $50, something cheap repair. So it wasn't a
Yeah.
bad thing.
It's
But
so
I had so much
empowering.
fun. Yeah, it really
Yeah,
is.
it's so empowering to wheel and get that confidence, and it just falls into every other aspect of your life as far as bringing and building your confidence.
Yeah,
I
it
just,
really does.
100%.
it really has.
And that's
really
one of the
has.
biggest things I've heard from other women that I've interviewed, whether it be overlanding, off-roading, van lifing, traveling solo. They all say it builds their communication skills and
Mhm.
it builds their confidence. Like that's what I've heard across the board from everyone.
Yeah.
And
And I think that's
patience.
amazing.
And patience.
And
Yeah.
patience, yes.
Yeah.
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 And you
It's
just gotta
helped
get to
me.
that.
Yeah, it's helped me with business too. I mean, improving my business skills of myself. It led me to open my own consulting business as well, all because of wheeling.
Oh yeah. And if you would have asked me or Arla, I think a year ago, would you be on live on Facebook and YouTube chatting and asking questions
Right.
on people? We would have been like, no way.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Yet here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
yeah.
Doing
Yeah.
what we
I
do,
love
whether
it.
it works or not. So yeah.
And I wouldn't change a
It's so
thing.
good.
I
It's so
wouldn't
good. When I
change a
heard you
thing.
guys were going to be doing this, same thing. I was just like, oh, that's so exciting. So when you messaged us and you were like, hey, you want to come on the show? And I was like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, she goes, are you serious? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Please?
Arla, we're
It's
kind of
still-
a big deal. We just don't realize it, It's kind of
Right?
Kind of a big deal. I
not
think we're all
really.
kind of a big deal.
Hey, everybody likes big deals. Sorry.
Okay,
That's my girl.
Goodness.
Oh,
why we
God.
love
That's my
her.
girl.
Don't let, hey, people that don't know me, wait till I get some drinks in me. That's when it gets real bad.
Oh,
I
we've
can't
had
wait for
some
more. That's
fun.
gonna be fun.
I blame James. He is full of dad jokes, and it rubs off on me. Dad jokes galore.
I love dad jokes so much. I am definitely my father's daughter with that for sure.
Mm.
The cornier, the better. Even my son started telling dad jokes now, and he comes up with his own, and it's awesome. He's so clever.
It's awesome.
It is, man. I'm like, how did you even come up with that? Did you read that somewhere? He's like, no, I just made it up. I'm like, wow.
Just sit here,
Yeah, just sitting here being
Great.
cool and made up a joke.
Yeah.
writing my show.
How
Right.
cool. Oh my goodness.
So what's one piece of gear or one item that you absolutely want to make sure without a doubt you don't forget when you go to Rebelle Rally, Lisa?
My compass.
Mm.
Yeah, my compass.
That's a
And
good
of course my plotter. Yeah. That'd be my two pieces. Yeah.
How about you, Katie?
That's a good question.
Car keys? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna
Right?
say my car.
Gonna need the car.
Oh man, I'd say a disposable camera.
Mm.
Really?
I want to
Okay.
make sure that I take a disposable camera with me so that we can take really bad selfies together.
Yes.
Because we can't have phones. We can't, I won't even be able to wear this watch. Like we'll have nothing. So I'm like, we're going to have these really cool professional pictures, which is great. That's like the dream. That's what everyone wants, is to have a professional photographer take pictures of you and your rig. But I want to be able to have a photo album of this later with pictures of Lisa and I at the end of the night, covered in sand, beat to hell, like scarfing down some food or something, So all the technical and busy stuff aside, that's
It's going to be a blast.
I can't wait. I'm so scared.
I love it.
I am so scared and I'm so excited all at the same time. Yeah.
You got 2 different people you're saying VU
I don't know
online.
what that is, but
2 of them.
I think we have some random stuff happening.
I don't know.
Forbes.
Yeah, I don't know. Some this must be some kind of secret code that we're not, some YouTube secret code
Yeah,
or bots or something. I don't know. That's strange.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Here's a question. So Bats Off Roads want to know what the cost of the material is for the wrap.
No.
No.
$5.
$5.
I'm not spilling that tea.
It'll probably be around $400 to $500 is what I anticipate, because we'll have to wrap the entire vehicle. So
Okay.
yeah.
And then we'll
That's
have
not
our
too bad.
stickers from the Rebelle that will go on in certain spots, and our names will go on each side. And I'm caught on my watch.
Yep. I got to figure out where we're going to put the names for our family, because we are going to feature those names of our service members on there somewhere. So I don't know. Maybe it would be something we could put on the hood or something around the solar panel, because our solar panel will be stuck onto the hood of the vehicle.
Okay. Very
we'll
cool.
see.
How many family members do you guys have between you two that are prior service?
Oh man,
Lots.
2.
I have a lot, but the one to be featured, I'll have 2, my dad and my papa, that I'd like to put on there that were both pilots. And then Lisa, you wanted to put
my dad and my brother.
Your dad and your brother.
Very, very cool.
Yep.
So we'll
That's
have
awesome.
the 4 of them. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Keep up.
cool.
I'm excited.
I can't wait to see the 4Runner all decked out, just because like 6 months ago it didn't have a bumper on it in the rear for like a year. I
Right.
wheeled the crap out of it and was digging the frame, going up like this like rock cliff in Indiana at National Women's Off-Road Day last year, and like dug the frame into the dirt, and now it's sitting out in the parking lot and it looks all pretty and clean and
Like, is that the
There's-
same vehicle?
I don't.
Here's April asking if you have any women vets in your families.
yes.
I don't.
My great aunt was a lifelong what was she? A commander. She was very high up, but she was a nurse, and she lived all over Europe. And so we have a family house that's been part of our family for a long time, and there's a bunch of like stuff from her travels overseas in there. I think might be the only. No, actually, I think we have one more vet, female vet in our family, but she's extended. But my great aunt, she was hardcore.
Nice.
Nobody messed with Aunt Doris.
My grandmother was an airframe mechanic during the war, and that's how her and my grandfather met. He said he walked up, he was a pilot, and so he said he walked up to his plane and saw some woman's hind end sticking out of his plane, and he was like, who is this lady? I must know her. Must get to know her. So
He said,
That's how
hey
they
girl,
met.
hey.
Cool
Did
story.
yeah.
That's such
And
a cool story.
I also am a female veteran, and actually, we are going. One of our new sponsors, Soldier Girl Coffee. Well, we're going to have her on next week and talk to her. She's an Army vet, so
Nice.
Yeah, we love
Let me
veterans.
write that down, or I'll forget it. Soldier
Yeah.
Girl Coffee.
Yep.
I like that name.
They should hook up. They should hook up with Black Rifle.
Yeah.
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 Lisa, do you have
Actually,
any female vets?
I'm sorry.
Did you have any female vets, Lisa, in your family?
Not that I'm aware of. No. My uncle was career Navy. He was actually in the Bay when they signed to end World War II.
Oh, wow.
So he was there.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
April
Yeah.
is Army
Your service,
retired.
April.
Thank you for your
Nice.
service.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your service.
Very
That's awesome.
cool. Coast Guard
I-
retired.
Nice.
So
Thanks,
I got
Misty.
a short
glad she
story.
retired.
I got a short story going back to her vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
What
God.
Uh-oh.
she already knows.
That's what we started.
See, was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? We were both headed to 2 years
now.
ago. 3, yeah. We were both headed to Colorado, separate trips. Had no clue.
2
Two. Okay.
years. I thought you were going to talk about the rear diff thing.
Oh no, well, there's that too. But I'm at the gas pump in Waukene, Kansas, 3/4 way across Kansas. And I look over, I'm like, wow, there's a 4Runner with duct tape on the bumper. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I went over there and I'm like, God dang it, that's Katie. So
That's
here we are,
hilarious.
both at the same gas station at the same time in Waukene, Kansas, on the way to Colorado. And neither one of us
Even knew.
planned it. I went up and went bam on the window and scared the living crap out of her and James. And she's like, I'm on a call. And I'm like,
I was on a conference call.
She's
I just scared the shit out of both of them. It was great. But I mean, Waukene, Kansas, we both land at the gas station the same exact time. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
pretty cool.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Truly.
What are
Truly.
the odds?
That's the
Yeah.
best part too, is
Yeah.
just running into people randomly all the
Yep.
time. That's one of my favorite parts about volunteering with Kansas Rocks, is just the people that you get to meet. I mean, there's people that come from all over the country and they're just stopping by and they're like, hey, I saw this place, and you get to know them and they tell your stories. And like one guy, Mitch, he did the Great American Crawl this past year. I ended up going to SEMA this past fall and asked to see if anyone else was going to be there. And he was, and we ended up spending the whole day together, hanging out, going and looking at vehicles. And it was just the coolest thing. So it was
Very
a blast.
Yeah.
Oh no, we lost her.
We lost
Yeah.
Misty.
Where'd she go?
She
Misty.
dropped off.
Misty.
What the world? She's probably. That's what happens when you just moved and things are kind of crazy at your house.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot you said that she
Yeah.
just moved. Where'd
She'll
she
pop.
did she move within she's
She-
Arkansas?
No, she's in Florida.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, Lady owned Toyota's in the house.
Hey, Lady on Toyotas.
Woohoo. Nice. She's in the north. What'd you do with Misty? I guess she got tired of us. I'm not really sure. She's probably cranky right now. I'm not real sure there either. She is in the northeast side of Florida.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what the island is that they just moved to. She's taking a break from full-time overlanding, and so she'll be back on. See a little connection thing there. But there she is.
Ah,
She changed places.
I lost me.
I was like, did she just break up with me? It wasn't me. Was it you? I mean, I don't know.
So
Should
I'm
we
not
take
seeing
offense to
Lisa or
this?
Katie.
You're
yet.
not? They're on there.
No.
We're here. We're all
So,
here.
note to self, upgrade my internet service. Goodness. Sorry, guys. That was awesome on a live.
Anyway, so
Hey,
she's in
happened.
Florida. That's where she's at currently for the next year.
Cool.
that's why I
Lucky
just blame
girl.
Florida.
Yep.
Right?
Stinking
I'm never blaming Florida. I want to be there all the time.
Mm.
My
Oh,
hair
that's
doesn't like
amazing.
Florida.
Well, that's why she's
Oh,
got the
yes.
pretty skin and the glow going on.
Right.
That's why
Right.
I just do it curly or I just put it up in Florida.
Pasty Arkansas skin.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Amazing.
We're
Well-
all in a different state.
That's what's so
Oh,
cool
yeah.
about this when it works correctly.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that. We are.
right. We're all in a different
That's
state.
fun.
That's
That's
fun.
awesome. So why don't you go ahead and tell the audience a bit about how they can find you on social media, what websites and all that fun stuff you guys have.
Yeah. Website is wildmavens.com.
Mhm.
Facebook, Instagram, and then we also have a GoFundMe just so that we had an option for people to support us with funds online as they chose. You know, really at this point, anything helps. We do still have about $5,000 that we need to raise to help pay for the rest of our entry fee and technical inspection costs, gas, photos, and all of that. So that's kind of the best way. And come see us at more because we'll be doing
Absolutely.
a giveaway.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
nice.
Giveaways.
Now
Giving away goodies.
you have some Wild Mavens merch. Where do we find that?
Long Creek. And this
Long
is what
Creek
it looks
Overland.
like. LongCreekOverlanding.com.
Yeah.
We got our shirts on. Yeah.
Oh, wrong arm.
Yeah, me too. Over here. It's got a flag.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then on the back it has a wilderness and freedom.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Yep.
kind of I think one of the main reasons we kind of wanted to keep the military theme going is, you know, I want to make sure I keep James tied in because this was all his doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Lady
Well,
on Toyota says, got mine.
Awesome.
yes.
Yay.
Supporting.
Yeah,
I have
we've
one
had
as
it.
well. I do.
Yeah.
We've had a great
They're
amount of support.
super soft.
A
Lots of
portion
fun.
of the swag goes towards our entry fee as well. So Long Creek is supporting us, and they are giving us all the proceeds to help pay for that fee. So we've had just an overwhelming amount of support. I'm still blown away.
Thankful. Just amazing. I mean,
Yep.
for people to show that confidence in us, I think is amazing. I
Yeah,
love it.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be putting on an event here coming up. It's still in the works, but this one has not really been talked about.
Right.
We'll be putting on an event in cahoots with Boulevard Brewing to help raise some money for a local nonprofit that's still being worked out, as well as for our team. So more to come on that, but we got to get that figured out exactly what we want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I guess we lost Misty again. She's
Yeah. Poor
she's on
girl.
the struggle bus. My God.
yeah.
Poor thing. Well, ladies, it was great having you on here this evening. We are
Thank you
hitting
for
our
having us.
Yes,
end
thank you for
here.
having us. This is
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
so helpful.
There
We
she
learned
is.
a lot about it, and we can't wait to find out how it goes for y'all, and then we will see you at more.
Yes,
Awesome.
Yes.
I can't
Yes.
wait. Thank you again for having us and thinking of
Thank
us.
you.
And good luck on your adventure too. And we'll keep listening in for sure.
Awesome.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much, ladies.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
ladies.
Thanks, girls.
Bye. We'll see you
Bye.
soon.
Bye, everyone. See
Bye.
you next week.